So we're up to the letter I for this week of drawing a sketch a week using the alphabet as a prompt. So I've chosen Impala. I'm using my own reference as much as I can, which is mostly African animals. And so this is a sweet little young Impala. So he's only got very spindly little horns at this stage. But it's just a portrait and it's rather sort of sweet. So it's just getting the anatomy as correct as possible in a short time. I'm only filming for about 10 minutes and then I keep going and do about another 5 or 10 minutes just to modify the values and anatomy a bit. Beautiful big eyes. One thing in your drawing, always check the angle of your eyes, the axis he's looking straight on. It's a little bit different, but they've always got to be level and facing on the same angle. His head's pretty much straight on in this. Might be favouring one way a little bit. Just going to pop in an ear. It kind of looks spooky like this. That ear tip's facing out there. And the ear's actually, the base of the ear's coming halfway up his eyeball. I like to get the eyes in fairly quickly, give him a bit of life. Sun's coming this way. It's got a black ear tip here. These sketches are good, they slow you down in your drawing. Even though they're gestural and very quick, they slow you down your observation, I should say, and they help you just assess the structure and the anatomy before you ever get to draw them on your better paper. And fine tune so much just with your sketching first. Sorry, that's my dog. I forgot to move him out of the studio. It's only a sliver of light on this horn. This is heading up this way. Ooh, but you've just got enough room. Oops, that comes in a little bit lower. This eye's virtually completely dark. Oops, that's a bit heavy. shadow on this side. That's a bit messy. I'll just rework that shortly. Just putting in this shadow, try and get a bit of his anatomy in quickly. With his little faces. Just the bridge of the nose down here, just gently. This is actually in shadow as well, so I'll just colour that in lightly, shade it in lightly I should say. Got black tips on the ears, just put that all in shadow, just revamp it up a little bit afterwards. Next coming down like this. Use a 3B to get this eye a bit darker. Just quickly. Shadow's quite dark up here. And his nostrils as well, just darken them a little bit. And just finish off with a tiny bit of shadowing there, just so that his face head's a little bit more distinct from his neck. Always pay a lot of attention to your light and shade. That's why it's also good to do these studies beforehand and check your light and shade. A few little marks there, a little bit in the middle here. This here is a lot darker. Just pop that in. And this shadow here. Well, a bit messy. These are a bit messy, but they're there, and I will leave it there and then just tidy it up a bit more. But I hope you enjoyed that little impala. So an antelope, very common antelope in sub-Saharan Africa, distinguished by a bit of a dark M on their rear end when they're moving away from you. I'll just make this eye to match in darkness. A few little spikes there as well. And just put a tiny bit up there just to give him a bit of shape.